The 3rd year anniversary LRs, Int Super Vegito and Physical Super Gogeta are getting their EZAs at long last, and as of last night, we just got their official EZA information, and of course, now we gotta break them down and find out how good do Int Vegito and Physical Gogeta become post-EZA. So without further ado,
let's talk about it!
The first upgrade each unit got, of course, is their leader skills. They are now both the first ever 180% leaders in the game. Vegito obviously buffing the Power category and Gogeta buffing the Fusion categories. Both Goku and Vegeta, the Int version and the Physical version, share the exact same passive, where post-EZA they both got higher attack and defense. They also now have a 30% chance to perform a crit, as well as a 30% chance to dodge as well. And otherwise, everything else about them still remains the same. They both have extra ki upon Rainbow Ki Spears, and they still fuse when conditions aren't met. As of right now, we still do not know for sure entirely that their transformation conditions will change or not. My running theory is that they will not change, considering how strong Vegito and Gogeta actually are once they are fused. So if I had to guess, I probably will imagine that they will not change their transformation conditions. Those will probably remain the same as is like every other transformation condition we've had. With these EZAs, they don't really touch their transformation conditions, which is really unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, let's start with Vegito. When Vegito comes out, he still counters as usual, so that's nothing's changed there. But now he gains 200% attack and defense, and now with the introduction of damage reduction to the unit, from his first 3 appearances, he gains 30% damage reduction. Then on his 4th appearance on the rotation, that goes down to only 15% damage reduction. Otherwise, he still gains the extra ki upon Rainbow Ki Spear consumption, and that's about it, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it matters a lot, believe me. But anyways, we'll talk about Vegito in a second. Let's move on to Gogeta. Gogeta does a lot more than what Vegito does. They definitely buffed Gogeta's kit far more. However, let's get into it, right? So obviously, like I mentioned, he does now gain 200% attack and defense to start a turn, guaranteed critical hits, and gains a 50% chance to avoid enemy attacks for the first 3 turns from first appearance. He also has a 50% chance to perform a critical hit and get 30% chance to avoid attacks starting from the 4th turn on from his first appearance, and gains extra 3 ki and per Rainbow Ki Spear team. So, in the grand scheme of things, yes, Int Super Vegito is far better than the Physical Gogeta for one big reason, right? Now that Int Vegito has far more access to a higher defensive stat and damage reduction, that's only going to improve him when it comes to his counter ability, which of course is still the most damaging ability in the entire game. Gogeta is going to be very good, do not get me wrong, but in my eyes, it's also kind of pointless to put guaranteed crits on a unit that's always going to be super effective against all types anyway, and then all they did was give him the extra dodge, but that's not going to matter in certain events like the legendary events, for example, the legendary Vegeta event, the legendary Goku events, where they cancel dodging in the final phase. So in the long run, that really is a useless ability in my personal opinion. The guaranteed crits are very nice, of course, but again, that's kind of pointless for a unit that's already doing super effective against all types. So in my personal opinion, Int Super Vegito definitely got the far better buff. In my personal opinion, that damage reduction is going to come into play far more often than you might think, and now he's also going to link up incredibly well with the SCR Super Vegito. I'll have a separate video talking about Int Super Vegito and SCR Vegito, just those two. I think now, with the introduction of the EZA of Int Vegito, SCR Vegito and the Int Vegito are now probably the most damaging damaging pair on a rotation in the entire game. I don't think it's even close, but again, that's another discussion for another video, right? But bottom line is, yeah, Both of their EZAs are super good. Do I say they're better than the Anniversary LRs? Absolutely not, I would say. In terms of the EZAs, though, I think they're arguably the best current EZAs in the entire game. In Super Vegito, by far, is definitely better. I think it's not really up much for debate, in my personal opinion. But otherwise, these are massive upgrades to the each unit, and I'm very excited to see how they perform in-game. We should hopefully be seeing gameplay of that later tonight on separate channels and stuff, so I'm definitely looking forward to watching that. That's it. That's all I got for you guys today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on the next one.